Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we celebrate the football seniors, the Maryville College Athletic Department would like to honor our 3 senior athletic trainers. Please direct your attention to the home sideline. Our first senior student athletic trainer is Savannah Bain. This design major has been a student athletic trainer for 3 years while also excelling on the tennis court. She is joined today by her parents, Trent and Lee Bain. Our second senior student athletic trainer is Morgan Corlin. This physical education major has been a student athletic trainer for 3 years while also dominating on the championship softball team. Her parents are Ian and Shannon Corlin. She is joined today by her friends Ben Buell and Christine Torres. And our final senior student athletic trainer is Marini Smith. This exercise science major has assisted within the trainer's offices for 3 seasons. Her parents are Hartwell and Sharon Smith, and she is joined today by her dad, Hartwell. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me thank Savannah, Morgan, and Marini, and the additional 5 student athletic trainers for keeping our 400+ student athletes healthy and safe over the past 3 seasons. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the Cooper end zone as Maryville College head football coach Sean Hayes and his staff would like to honor their 18 seniors who will play their last football game on historic Honaker Field today. Number 1, a running back from Baytown, Texas, Elijah Chenier. Elijah is a English with teacher licensure major. This All-USA South back has 3,114 career rushing yards and 23 rushing touchdowns as a Fighting Scot. Number 6, a defensive lineman from Cookeville, Tennessee, Trenton Cumbie. Trenton is an environmental science major. Trenton is the son of Harlan and Amy Cumbie. Also with him today, his brother Ethan. In 49 career games, Trenton has tallied 49 total tackles, a forced fumble, and an interception. Our next senior, number 6, a wide receiver from Dallas, Georgia, Mac Siegel. Mac is a marketing major. He is the son of Jeff and Susan Siegel. Mac has 61 career receptions for 1,431 yards and a dozen touchdowns. His career average per catch is an amazing 23.5 yards per catch. Mac earned all USA South honors in 2017. Next, number 9, a wide receiver from Houston, Texas, Juwan Hill. Juwan is a finance and accounting major. He is the son of Alfred Hill. Juwan has 31 career catches for 478 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging over 15 yards per catch throughout his career. Next, number 11, a linebacker from Kennesaw, Georgia, Winston Boykin. Winston is a graphic design major. He is the son of Kelly and Sean Boykin. Also with him today, his stepmother Nicole Boykin and his brother Christopher. Winston provided key depth for the Scots at linebacker, getting more playing time each year, finishing with 8 career tackles, all during his senior campaign. Number 12, a quarterback from Knoxville, Tennessee, Adam Diggs. Adam is a finance, accounting, and history major. He is the son of Steve and Sabrina Diggs. Also joining him today is his sister, Abby. In 16 career games, Adam completed 54% of his passes for 1,662 passing yards and 11 touchdowns. Number 13, a wide receiver from Smyrna, Tennessee, Jordan Ligon. Jordan is an information technology major. He is the son of Sonia and Paul Sappenfield. Also with him today, his fiance, Ryan. Jordan and Ryan are expecting a baby girl, Riot. In 27 career games, Jordan hauled in 42 passes for 618 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging over 14 yards per reception over his career. Number 15, a quarterback from Bristol, Tennessee, Trey Pope. Trey is an outdoor studies major. In 6 career games, Trey was a 50% passer while directing the offense. Number 19, a defensive back from Nashville, Tennessee, Pierre Chadwick. Pierre is a criminal justice major. He is the son of Carlton and Patrick Chadwick. In 35 career games, this All-USA South performer tallied 91 solo tackles and 117 career stops while breaking up 29 passes and recording 8 interceptions. In 2017, he returned a 95-yard kickoff, setting a new Maryville College record for the longest return in school history. Number 26, a defensive back from Maryville, Tennessee, Blake Henderson. Blake is a biochemistry major. He is the son of David and Michelle Henderson, and also with him today is his brother Scott Henderson. This All-USA South performer posted 81 solo career tackles on his way to 128 career stops. He had 10 career pass breakups and 3 interceptions. Number 14, a running back from Decatur, Georgia, Elijah Rachel. Elijah is a finance and accounting economics major. He is the son of Melvin and Natasha Rachel. Also joining him today, his youngest brother, Jacob. In 14 career games, Elijah posted 151 yards on 37 carries for a 4.1 yards per carry career average. Number 31, a defensive back from Clarksville, Tennessee, Markel Key. Markel is a business management sociology major. He is the son of Deborah and Mark Key. Also with him today, his aunt and uncle Charles and Marie Hamilton. Markel has one sister, Ashley, who was unable to attend today. In 27 career games, Markel posted 70 tackles and 3 forced fumbles, 3 interceptions, and 6 pass breakups. Number 41, a place kicker from Palm Coast, Florida, Ian Hobbs. Ian is a finance, accounting, and economics major. Ian is the son of Robert and Jennifer Hobbs. Also joining him today, his brothers Nathan, Colin, and Ryan, and his girlfriend, Madison Kenton. In 26 career games, Ian connected on 28 field goals, hitting 64% of his attempts, including a 46-yarder. He was 83 for 90 in extra points, hitting 92% of his point after touchdown attempts. Number 68, an offensive lineman from Willis, Texas, David Matheson. David is a business management major. David is the son of David Matheson Sr. and Dolly Manina. David led the way for the Scots to average 4.6 yards per rush this season, while accumulating 1,807 rushing yards in 8 games. Number 74, an offensive lineman from Houston, Texas, Anthony Mahoney. Anthony is a business management major. His uncle, Herb Jones, will be joining him today. Also, Cindy Nowlin. Over the past 3 seasons, Anthony was an anchor on the line, helping Maryville College accumulate over 5,700 rushing yards and 58 rushing touchdowns. Number 82, a tight end from Louisville, Tennessee, Brody S. Brody is majoring in history with teacher licensure and Spanish. Brody is the son of Junior and Kenna Hess. Also joining him today, his sister Libby. Brody has 11 career catches while being an excellent blocking tight end. He had over 100 yards in receptions and averaged over 9 yards per catch throughout his career. Number 92, a defensive lineman from Roanoke, Texas, Ron McGriff. Ron is a management major. Ron is the son of Ron McGriff Sr., and also joining him today, his girlfriend, Danielle Luchak. In 32 career games, Ron accumulated 76 career tackles, including 39 solo stops. He had 10 sacks and 16 career tackles for a loss, while forcing 5 fumbles. And number 98, a defensive lineman from Smyrna, Georgia, Tavon Johnson. Tavon is a business management major, the son of Tavon Sr. and Angela Johnson. Also joining him today, his sister Taylor Nakia Powers. This all-USA South performer in 32 games had 87 total tackles, 3 sacks, and 10 tackles for a loss. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 4 seasons, this collective group went 27-11 overall, winning 71% of all challenges, while going 20-7 in USA South play for a 74% winning percentage. Their squads claimed the 2016 and 2018 USA South Athletic Conference titles, and this year's team will represent the USA South in the NCAA National Tournament, Maryville's second ever NCAA football berth, and the first since 2013. Help me congratulate these outstanding Fighting Scots seniors and their families. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to historic Honaker Field for today's NCAA Division III and USA South Athletic Conference matchup between the Battling Bishops of North Carolina Wesleyan College from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and your Maryville College Fighting Scots. The NCAA and the USA South Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or intimidating actions directed at coaches, players, officials, or any other team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is strictly prohibited. Thank you for your cooperation and please enjoy the game.
Welcome, everybody. George DeBobby here at Maryville College, getting ready for the final regular season game here at Maryville College, getting ready to do the national anthem. Here it's Maryville College taking on the battling Bishops of North Carolina Wesleyan. And welcome back, everybody. We get ready for a matchup here today at Maryville College. It is historic Honecker Field, which is what you see out there in front of us. And the weather today, just a bit chilly on Saturday, the 10th of November. And wind coming out of the, let's say, northeast. That would be from your right to left. At kickoff, it should be about 42 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, maybe a wisp here and there, but wind coming exactly the opposite way as it was last time we were here 2 weeks ago. So wind coming right to left. If you're heading from left to right, the wind will be in your face. And if you're heading right to left, you will be with the wind. A couple of things that are going on today. Maryville has clinched at least a tie for the NCAA USA South Conference with a record, unblemished record right now, 6-0. They are 6-2 overall, losing to two top 20 teams in the NCAA. That was Berry College in their first game. They lost that game to open the season. And Berry ranked number 9 or 10 in the country, depending upon which Division III poll you look at. Also, they lost the following week to Center College. Center, a top 20 team in the country in any poll that you do look at. Maryville probably ranked right around 40. Again, it's based on what poll. There's several polls out. But anyway, a good game today. North Carolina Wesleyan, a conference foe. They are 4-2 in the conference and 5-3 overall. Maryville 6-2 in the overall and 6-0 in the conference. They have clinched at least a tie for a conference crown. If they win today and go 7-0 in the conference, it'll be the first time since joining the USA South that they will have an unblemished record in the conference, and they will be in sole possession of the conference championship, which will lead them to the NCAA Division III National Championship game, the first round, which starts next week. About 5 or 6 o'clock today, after all the games have concluded around the country, the NCAA will start to match up the teams in the NCAA championship game, which, again, round one is next weekend. And where that will be, we don't know. It makes sense that if Berry is won their conference, being just about 2 hours away from here, maybe 2.5 in Rome, Georgia, it would make sense that Maryville would go there. But the NCAA sometimes has other plans and other ideas, and what makes sense to us, since we don't pull the purse strings in the NCAA, may not make sense to them. But in their wisdom, Maryville College has clinched a berth in the NCAA based on the record in the conference. Conference winner gets an automatic berth, and they have won the conference, or at least a tie. In the tiebreakers, they have beat the second-place team, Averett. And the third-place team in the conference is North Carolina Wesleyan. They have two losses. So even if Maryville loses today, it does not change the fact that they will go into the NCAA tournament next week. I know Coach Hayes certainly would like to see them win this game today, and I'm sure that's pretty much what they'll do with this group of seniors that they have. 18 seniors, probably one of the largest group of seniors that I've seen in my 20-plus years of radio and doing this particular broadcast here at Maryville College. And a good group of seniors. And those seniors were recognized earlier today. And they're Elijah Chenier. Chenier, by the way, has something going on that you might want to know about. He's graduating with as an English teacher with a licensure to teach English. He's from Baytown, Texas. He went to Sterling High School, 5'8", 195-pounder. He is 129 yards away from tying the all-time rushing record here at Maryville College. That's held by Rommel Hightower, who has 3,243 yards. And Elijah passed the great Alvin Nance earlier this year. Talked to Alvin at homecoming. Pretty nice to see him. Looks like he could put on pads right now, but Alvin was a great player back in the, I guess, late 70s, early 80s. But Elijah Chenier, just 129 yards away from breaking the all-time single-season rushing record here at Maryville College. He wears number 1, and he averages about 7 yards a carry. This year, or for his career, he's averaging 6.5 yards per carry. His best year was 2016 and 17, where he rushed 175 times for 1,281 yards. So we'll watch Elijah Chenier today and see where he goes. His opposite, I guess, alter ego on North Carolina Wesleyan, the Battling Bishops, is Adrian Menando. He's 5'8", 255 pounds. He has rushed 97 times for 599 yards. He's averaging 6.2 yards per carry. So those two running backs will go face-to-face. Also, one of the things that is interesting is that both teams will play two quarterbacks. Number 10 for North Carolina Wesleyan is Nate Gardner. He's thrown for 9 touchdowns and 1,247 yards. Also, you'll see number 17, Daniil Toten. He has passed for 759 yards and 8 touchdowns. So you've got those two guys. And again, the bulk of the running will come through Adrian Menando. He's out of Okeechobee, Florida. And also you'll see Jeff Black for North Carolina Wesleyan. Number 26, he's rushed for 291 yards. You'll probably see Melvin Scott. He's rushed for 163 yards. Receiving, this is the key to North Carolina Wesleyan. It'll be Trey Lancaster, number 6. He's 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. He is the leading receiver in the USA South Conference. He has caught 61 passes for 992 yards. He's averaging 124 yards a game. His per-catch completions, 16 yards per catch, 4 TDs. And he picked probably 7 or 8 passes per game. So with a 1-2 punch, number 6, Lancaster, and Adrian Menando certainly keeps offenses or defenses quite busy. So those two For Maryville, on the other hand, you'll also have two quarterbacks. You'll have number 21, Nelson Smith. He's a freshman, 6'1", 185. Nelson Smith Nelson Smith, 83 completions, 131 yards, 6 interceptions, 7 touchdowns. Averaging, he's thrown for 862 yards. You also will see number 16, Trevor Thomas. Thomas, a freshman, 6 feet tall, 170. He is 27 of 58 and 3 interceptions, thrown for 342 yards.
Side judge is Gary Moore, and the back judge is Arthur Davis.
So we'll be ready to go here in just a second. 342 yards, as I said, 3 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. So you'll see him a little bit as well. Receiving for Maryville, they spread it out really, really well. Pierre Watkins has 108 yards receiving on 16 catches. Trey Stewart, big tight end, 11 receptions, 122 yards. Number 6, Siegel, he's a senior, 16 catches, 198 yards. Pierce, number 30, 8 receptions, 129 yards. Clinton Ogle, that is, I'll get that here in a second. Clayton Ogle, 16 receptions, 223 yards. He's a surprise to many of us here in that he was supposed to kind of be the second or third team guy, but has ended up being the number 1 guy. As the bagpipes come out, Maryville will come out here in a second. It's senior day, as we said. Ogle, 13 yards, 14 yards per catch. Maryville has won the toss, and I believe the camera is out. Maryville will be on your right of your radio or computer, and on the left will be North Carolina Wesleyan. Wesleyan, again, coming in here today, trying to upset Maryville. North Carolina Wesleyan 5-3. They will be wearing dark. They look like the Naval Academy, dark blue pants, white jerseys, blue numerals, and a gold helmet. Maryville in their gunmetal gray pants, garnet jerseys, white numerals with the white helmets. And here comes the Scots out onto the field, and it's senior day, and they are ready to go. We are just about 12 minutes away, or a few minutes away, excuse me. Maybe that's 2 minutes. Let's take a look at the watch here. Yeah, 2 minutes away. Sorry about that. So those are the receivers, but lots of receivers for Maryville. They have spread it out. You've got just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers with over 10 receptions. 1, 2, 3 receptions. 3 receivers with 8 receptions. So we're about ready to go here. Again, Maryville will defer. They won the toss. They will kick off. The wind will be at their back going right to left. And you may hear me refer to Court Street. That is the main road that goes to the courthouse here in Maryville, runs here on the southwest side of the campus here. So going to Court Street, Maryville will kick right to left. And on the other end, North Carolina Wesleyan, the Battling Bishops, will be going left-right. So we're about ready to go here at Maryville College. The Bishops, hard to see these numbers as we'll get these players back there when they get ready to go. Back deep for the Battling Bishops looks like it will be number 6, and that is Trey Lancaster. He's quite a receiver, 5'11", 175-pound senior. And Maryville will be kicking off, and it will be number 41, and that's Ian Hubbs.
Kicking off for Maryville College.
Again, they have the wind at their backs.
Lancaster.
North Carolina Wesleyan, as the whistle blows, gets ready to go. They are 5-3, 4-2 in the conference. Maryville 6-2, 6-0 in the conference. Here we go. Game time. Maryville College taking on the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops. And here we go. It's a little pooch kick. It's going to come down to the 27. And a big hit right there. And getting out to the 30-yard line. A big, big hit right there by number 34 of Maryville. And that was Trey Chandler. That was a pop. I could hear that up here.
Quinn Tobias returns the kick. Trey Chandler in on the tackle.
The reception was by Quinn Tobias, the kickoff. 1st and 10. And out here way to the right will be split Trey Chandler. Big running back, Adrian Menundo in the backfield. Tight end on the left side. And they'll hand off to Menundo right away. And he's going to get through the line of scrimmage. He's going to get about 5 right away to the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5. Coach Jeff Filkowski in his 6th season was a little All-American when he was in college, so he knows a lot about offense. Got 6 yards. The Danielle Taunton is the starting quarterback. He'll be in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers on the left side, 1 to the right. Quick pass over the center, and they'll get the first down just by about a yard. And also, one guy I wanted to talk about is Ben Dorfman. That's complete. He's a 6'6" junior. He's 29 receptions, 5 touchdowns. He's the leading tight end in the conference for receptions. So they get about 4 on that. Ball out to the Maryville 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Opening drive. 13:50 left to go here in the first period. Maryville against North Carolina Wesleyan. Man in motion left to right. Will set up on the right. Hand off to the big boy Menundo, and he's going to power through the line. And he's going to get about 7. Off the left side is where they're going.
Adrian Menundo carries the ball.
The second down, well, he got, let's call it 4. 2nd and 4. It's on the Maryville side of the 50. Ball right at the 48-yard line. Got a big blocking back up there also, Roshan Bullock. He's looks like a tackle in there. Back to pass, they go. And wide open, the tight end, and he's going to go down the sideline. He'll get about 15 down to the Maryville 33-yard line. And nobody even covered Ben Dorfman that time. Ball at the 33-yard line. And Dorfman is one of their leading receivers with 29 catches. You have to cover him, and he's on the left side. 3 wideouts left, 1 right. 1 tailback. That's Menundo. They'll send one man in motion. They'll hand to the big boy right up the middle, and he gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Ja'Cory Jackson from Houston, Texas. And they get, see if they gave him a yard. We're still in the first period, 12:09 left to go. Maryville won the toss and deferred, so they are on defense. Wide right goes Quintavian Colors. He's a sophomore. Has 15 receptions. Adrian Menundo, the tailback. Man in motion, left, right. That's Lancaster. Back to pass, looking, going to throw it out to the tight end, and the tight end's going to get about 5 or 6. Quickly hit down by Maryville's own Blake Henderson. Henderson, a local product here at Maryville High School. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
At the 27, it's 3rd down 4.
Ball at the 27-yard line. 11:20 left to go. Opening drive by the Battling Bishops out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. One wide out far right, Quintavious Colors. One setback. That'll be Benundo. Quarterback Toten goes back to pass those at quick screen outside. And he fumbled the ball, and they blew the whistle down by contact. He looks like he's got the first down. It's going to be very, very close. It's fourth down, and, well, they give him the first down. It looks they gave him the first down. They had put the fourth down, so he just barely got it, but they do get it. It's at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Drive continues. Started on the 41-yard line of North Carolina Wesleyan down to the 23 now of Maryville. 10:35 left to go in this first period. Toten, the quarterback. Man in motion, Tobias gives to their big man, and that is Adrian Benundo. And Benundo is going to get just a couple. Tackled by Brady Jernigan. Ball at the 20. So he gets 3. 2nd and 7 now with 10:05 left to go in this first period. North Carolina on the move. Benundo, the 5'9", 220-pound senior, the lone man in the backfield, tight end on the right side, 3 wideouts left. And it goes to the big man, and he doesn't get anything. And down at the bottom of the pile right there is Maryville's Trenton Cumby. Cumby, 24 tackles on the season. First, 3rd and long for the Battling Bishops. 9:25 left to go. The big tight end, Ben Dorfman, 6'6", 220 on the right. And now we get a timeout by Coach Filkowski. Timeout here at Maryville College. And we want to thank our sponsors. Blood Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, El Humidor Mexican Grill, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, great place to get a tent or any of those other things you need for a party. Kenjo Markets, lots of locations around the area, the airport, Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. Thank you to those sponsors today here at Maryville College. 9:18 left to go in this first period.
For a job well done this fall. Thanks go out to Austin Williamson, Autumn Phillips, Maddie Zawisa, Emily Mayfield, Holland Geralds, Savannah Bain, Morgan Corlin, and Marinee Smith.
I'm informed we're back, and here we go. Quarterback by himself is Toten in the white. That's North Carolina Wesleyan. It's 3rd down and 7. Long count, back to pass. Right over the middle, it's the tight end, and he's going to get the first down. Got to cover him. So another first down, and that tackle by the safety, Blake Henderson. It's at the, let's call it inside the 13, where it's 1st and 10. 9 minutes left to go. This drive started at the North Carolina Wesleyan 41-yard line. 8:55 left to go. Rashawn Bullock is the upback. Tailback, Jeff Black. He's got some speed. They'll give it to him. Going to go through the line of scrimmage. Doesn't have the same power as Benundo. Black is 5'6", 140. They went right behind Wyatt French, the junior tackle. 5'10", 300. 2nd and 8. 2 wideouts to the right. Now make it 3. Still in the game is Jeff Black. Quarterback Toten. Toten looking to pass, looking out of the backfield, and he's going to go ahead and take the ball up, and he's going to run to the corner of the end zone, and he does not get in. Oh, they call him in. He slid before he got to the end zone. So he'll go in for 13 yards and the touchdown. So that's a touchdown, a drive of about 59 yards. Man going in to attempt the extra point, left footer. And the snap, set, kick goes through the uprights. It's good, and North Carolina Wesleyan got a break on the touchdown. Clearly the quarterback hit the ground before he slid into the end zone. But it's 7-0, a good drive, opening drive by the Battling Bishops. 7:52 left to go here in this first quarter. Maryville down 7-0. And I understand we are back with the video. So Maryville in the dark garnet jerseys, the gunmetal gray pants, and North Carolina Wesleyan on your left in the white jerseys, gold helmets. Back deep for Maryville will be, trying to see who that is. Pierre Watkins on your left, and Shamar Collier on your right. That's Chadwick on your right, I believe. Hard to see. And this is going to be a short punt, and it's going to be a fair catch. And bobbling the ball was the Maryville player, but it'll be at the, see where they place it. The 35. Ligon was the receptor. So Maryville takes over their first offensive possession now. 7:52 left to go. Ball at the 35-yard line. Far hash mark. Temperature about 42 degrees. Wind at the back of Maryville. Nelson Smith will be the quarterback. Going to hand off. No, he'll fake to Chenier. Going to roll back. Going to throw the ball downfield wide open. Caught complete at the 20, at the 10, at the 5. Touchdown for Maryville's Max Siegel. And that goes for 65 yards on the first play from scrimmage. So obviously coaches saw something in the film. And it is a touchdown of 65 yards. One play, one touchdown. Extra point attempt by Ian Hubbs. Hubbs 24 of 27 in point after touchdowns, PATs, with the wind at his back. Good snap, good set. Kick goes up, and it is 7-7, 7:41 left to go. A one-play drive for Maryville ties the score 7-7. North Carolina Wesleyan will get the ball back, and they had a nice drive on their first drive. Their drive went for 59 yards. So 7-7 your score. We're here at Maryville College. 7:41 left to go. Nice pass from Maryville quarterback Nelson Smith, his 7th touchdown pass. And Siegel, that is his second touchdown of the year. Ian Hubbs getting ready to kick. And Maryville has used this pooch kick for the last several games. Hubbs, 41, a senior. And here we go. And this will be pooched down to Ben Dorfman. And Dorfman gets not quite to where, well, they're looking at the spot at the 40-yard line. So they're about a yard short where they were in the opening drive, their first opening drive, which they scored.
Tackle made by Hayden Tanner at the 40. First and 10, North Carolina.
First and 10 for Wesleyan. They scored on a touchdown run by Donnell Toten. He is their quarterback. 2 setbacks, 1 wide receiver. You'll see him in motion. Little quick pitch out to Maryville, and getting to the line of scrimmage and just a little bit more was the tailback, Jeff Black.
Jeffrey Black carries the ball.
They'll get about 2 on that play.
Perry with the tackle at the 42. It's
Second down and 8. 7:14 left to go in this first quarter. 7-7. Maryville's offense has had the ball 1 play. It was a 65-yard touchdown pass. Second down and 8. Man in motion is Tobias. Back to pass. Going to put a little pressure on it, and caught for the long pass down at the 20-yard line, where it should be, and they give him a great spot. Again.
to Trey Lancaster, tackled by Michael Bailey.
So that ball, they got about 2 extra yards on the spot. Ball at the 18, first and 10. And Wesleyan comes battling back. Nice pass by Toten. 52 for 81 before today's game. Jeff Black in the backfield. Man in motion was Falls. Going to throw this ball in a little hitch pattern. And Maryville coming up and making the tackle was Chadwick after a gain of about 4 yards, 3-4. Second down. Joyce going in for Maryville. Just a 2-yard gain. Joyce from Columbia, Tennessee. 6'6", 240. Tailback 26 is Jeff Black. Tight set, man in motion. And they'll hand it right up the middle to Jeff Black. And Black, maybe a yard. Third and long.
Jeffrey Black carries the ball. Bo Herring makes the tackle.
Bringing in an extra receiver now. That'll be Dupree Falls, a 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. Donnell Toten, the junior quarterback. To his left, the tailback, Jeff Black. 3 wideouts on the right side. Tight end on the left. They'll go back to pass, and they're going to throw over the middle and dropped. Dupree Falls with the ball right in his hands. So it'll be fourth down. Initially, I believe Toten was looking for Ben Dorfman, who was being covered quite well. He kind of went from the line of scrimmage and kind of ran a out and up route or a banana route on the left side. Fourth down. Ball has to cross the 10-yard line. Play clock at 19. 2 wideouts right. Tight end on the left side. 1 tailback. 3 wideouts right. Toten. He'll go back to pass. Looking for the tight end. They're going to throw it over there. Knocked away by number 19 for Maryville, Pierre Chadwick. Ball over on downs. And that's what they like to go to. Dorfman is 6'6", but Chadwick broke it up, and Chadwick at 5'10", 180, knocked the ball away, ball over on downs. First and 10 at the 15-yard line. Siegel and Hill wide to the left for Maryville. Tight end is Terry Stewart on the left side. Tailback, Chenier. Ball goes to Chenier. Chenier through the line of scrimmage. And Chenier still going to get out past the 20 and out to the 24-yard line.
Christian Shaw makes the tackle at the 24, second down 1.
All right, he got 9 yards on that, second and 1. Sorry about that. Thought he got the first down. Man in motion, Hill, and it goes the other way, and quarterback keeper will get the first down. That's Nelson Smith.
Carries the ball. Tackle made.
First and 10 for Maryville. 7-7 your score, 3:55 left to go in this first period. Jamal Ware going in the game. Excuse me, that's Shamar Collier. And we've got an offsides. Free play right here. Maryville going to throw the ball downfield, and it is knocked away.
Smith's pass is incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
Offsides on North Carolina Wesleyan, 5 freebies. The ball will come back, and it'll go across the 30.
Offside, number 50 on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
The man perpetrating the offsides was R.J. Smalls. Smalls is anything but small.
Ball is at the 32, first down 5.
255 pounds. Chenier in motion. Little option play. Kept by the quarterback, and getting the first down was Nelson Smith. First and 10 out across the 39-yard line. First and 10. 7-7 your score here, 3:12 left to go first period.
At the 39, first and 10 for Maryville.
Maryville in a little bit of a hurry up. They're going to shift the tight end and the H-back. Goes to Chenier. Chenier off the left C-gap, and he'll get about 3.
Elijah Chenier carries the ball, tackled by Tabron's Carr at the 42. It's second down 7.
3 yards out to the 42. Second and 7. Chenier needed 129 yards at the beginning of the game today to tie the all-time single-season rushing record of Ramo Hightower. And this goes to the tight end of the outside, or the H-back, and getting close to the 45-yard line. Some big blocking there on a little end around was Terry Stewart. I don't believe Terry Stewart's carried the ball as a receiver. As a runner. So third down and 3. Maryville in a hurry-up offense. To Chenier. He'll cut it up, spins, stays on his feet, and he's going to get the first down on, if they give it to him. Let's see. It looks like on sheer effort.
Elijah Chenier carries the ball.
What effort by Elijah Chenier, the senior from Baytown, Texas, Sterling High School. Another 3-yard gain at the 49-yard line. Defense sets up and then backs away as Maryville calls the play with 1:20 left to go in this first period. 7-7 your score. Fake. And we'll get pass interference now. Twice by Kean Washington. That will be a 15-yard penalty. Looking for the football.
Pass interference, number 3 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Automatic first down, and that will place the ball down at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10, with 1:09 left to go in this first period. Tailback is Chenier. Chenier with 15 yards on 3 carries so far today. It's the lone setback. He'll go in motion. And a little backside draw to Chenier to the outside, and he's going to get himself 5, 6, or 7. Let's see what they do.
Elijah Chenier carries the ball.
So he's going to get
JT Lichtenberger.
4, actually.
At the 32, it's
Second and 6 with 45 seconds left to go. Back to pass, looking. Flushed from the pocket. And getting the first down, and then a late hit. That's a very nasty late hit over there after he was out of bounds. And that's going to be a personal foul on a blatant personal foul. And that foul, personal foul, was on Trebron's car, and he's coming out of the game. Let's see what this call is.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, 55 on the defense. After this, it's to the goal, first down.
Puts the ball down at the, see where they put it, at the 11, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 12.
Well, it's at the 12, says the PA man. Tailback. And Maryville has this little end around there trying to, and this goes nowhere. Good. And there's flags all over the field. That play was failed from the very beginning.
There is a flag on the play.
Let's see what we have. There's a flag way over on the far left side. So that is a loss from the 12 back to the 24. So it's a 12-yard loss. Second and 27. First quarter is going to end with Maryville in the lead, or excuse me, with the score tied 7-7. And that will be the end of the first quarter. 7-7 your score, and what a disastrous play for Maryville there on the last play. I'm not sure what they were going to do there, but they were lined up wrong, and they paid dearly for it. The loss back to the 27, so from the 12, so that's a 15-yard loss. 7-7 your score here at Maryville. I want to thank our sponsors again today. And first of all, Go Tees, your one-stop shopping for T-shirts. And also Blunt Partnership, the Cookout, great hamburgers. El Humidor Mexican Grill, a longtime fan of Maryville College. Great Mexican food. LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kenjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. 7-7 your score here at Maryville. This is a USA South Conference game, and Maryville looking to go undefeated in the conference with an outright win today will gain the championship for the first time since joining the USA South Conference. So it is going to be 3rd down and 27. The ball at the 29-yard line. First down has to go down to the 3-yard line, so it's 24, I guess. Elijah Rochelle, the tailback for Maryville. Back to pass, looking. Little stop and go. Long pass. Caught complete, and this is going to be close to a first down. All the way down to the 2-yard line. That ball floated in the air, caught by Max Siegel.
Smith's pass complete to Max Siegel.
That wind held the ball up, but what Mac did was what we would call a stop-and-go pattern. Goes downfield, gets the defender back running, and then stops. When the defender comes up to react, you run back the other way right by him. And that ball I never thought would get there in time, but it did. It's 1st and goal at the 2. Changing the play. Maryville all messed up. And they'll get no yardage. We've got an injured player, too, North Carolina Wesleyan. So it's 7-7 here at the start of the first quarter. Maryville and North Carolina Wesleyan. Maryville at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal. That play did not look good from the start. Basketball season starting here pretty soon. See if we've got some stats for you. Got 4 games next weekend. The men and women play twice on Saturday and twice on Sunday. So get ready for basketball. And we do not know where the Maryville football team will be next Saturday. Because they are in the NCAA tournament. At this point, Maryville has 8 first downs. North Carolina Wesleyan 6. Maryville has 2 passing, 4 rushing, 2 by penalty. The North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops have 5 first downs passing, 1 rushing. Maryville is 1 of 1 on 3rd down. Wesleyan 2 of 3. Maryville has run 12 plays for 116 total yards. North Carolina Wesleyan 18 plays, 110 total yards. Maryville average play or average gain per play 9.7 yards. North Carolina Wesleyan 6.1 yards. Maryville has 87 net yards passing. North Carolina 78. Maryville is 2 of 2 for passes, both of them long passes, 165 yards, and the other about 25 yards. Wesleyan 7 of 9 net yard passing per play. Maryville 43.5. As I said, one of those was a 65-yard. Young man is still down out there from North Carolina Wesleyan. It's probably one of the least it's frustrating to see somebody injured. Great staff here, by the way, training staff. Also, there is a surgeon here and doctor here at all times on the sideline with Maryville. So I said Elijah Chenier needed 129 yards to tie the great Rommel Hightower, a great running back here in the mid 2000s. And right now Chenier has 19 yards. Chenier, 5'8", 195 pounds from Baytown, Texas. Went to Sterling High School. His first year he played in 6 games, and he rushed for 375 yards, had 2 TDs. His second season was his most productive. And young man is getting up. Looks like a knee or an ankle, unfortunately. And he will be set up on the medical cart and taken into the locker room. Maryville players over there as well. Good to see that kind of sportsmanship. The injured player, not sure who that was. Looks like number 22. See if we can get that. Who was the injured player? What number? Could not tell you, but here we go. Back to the action. It is 2nd down and 2. Maryville threatening. Tailback Nelson Smith. Chenier is the running back. The little end around to Siegel. Siegel to the corner. Touchdown. And another late hit after the play into the end zone. 2-yard touchdown for Siegel on the end around. And this is something new that we've seen Maryville do. Haven't seen these wide type plays in quite a while. Clayton Ogle will be the holder. Kicker Ian Hubbs. 13-7 Maryville. Snap, good one. Kick goes up. And it's good. 14-7 Maryville with 13:42 left to go in this second period. So a good drive by Maryville. Started at about the 15-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. That drive for Maryville started at the 4:43 mark in the first quarter. So it almost 5-minute drive, 83 yards. 85 yards, excuse me. So Maryville getting ready to kick off to North Carolina Wesleyan. Maryville on your left in the garnet jerseys. North Carolina Wesleyan on your right in the white. 14-7 Maryville in this USA South Conference game.
Ian Hubbs will kick off for Maryville, deep for North Carolina Wesleyan Trey Lancaster.
Let's see where Maryville's going to kick this one today. The last two have been over here to the left. And this one's a little deeper. It's going to go down to the 25-yard line. And getting some good yardage on the run back across the 40 is North Carolina Wesleyan's Marquise Brown. So they're out to the 40. Now they place it at the 43. So their 3 possessions that they've had was on the 41, on the 40, and the 43. Good field position.
To the 43, where it's 1st and 10, North Carolina Wesleyan.
Way split out Nathan France, I believe, on the far outside. See who the tailback is. It's Toten, the quarterback. Little option play. And getting just a couple of yards again is Jeff Black. I haven't seen Adrian Menando since the first drive. Gets 1 yard. Menando was their leading ball carrier. He had rushed 97 times for 599 yards. Have not seen him since the first series. Wide out on this side, the tall guy. Jalen De La Fuente. He'll go back to pass. Toten looking. Little swing outside to the tailback, and he's going to get just a couple of yards across the 45 to the 46. So it'll be third and let's call it 7. Let's call it 6. Tackle by Jernigan of Maryville. Third down and 6. 2 wideouts left. Make it 3. The guy you want to look for is Trey Lancaster or 85, Ben Dorfman. Those are the go-to receivers. 5 in the pattern. They'll go back to pass. Good rush by Maryville. Going to go over the line of scrimmage, and I'm not sure it's a fumble. It may be. Referees are calling it a fumble, and Maryville recovers, and the recoverer for Maryville is the USA South Player of the Week last week by Jernigan. So that's a turnover for Maryville. Didn't look like the receiver, who was Trey Lancaster, was going to get the first down. And he tried with some extra effort. And as happens sometimes, the ball gets knocked loose. And it did. Maryville recovered. 1st and 10 at the Wesleyan 49-yard line. Handoff into the line of scrimmage to the outside. It goes, and getting good yardage, maybe 8 or 9, is Chenier. Going to give him 7 on that.
At the 42. 2nd down 3.
Ball at the 42. Quarterback for Maryville is Trevor Thomas. Fakes it, rolls the other way. Looking, going to throw the ball over the middle. Too high. Couldn't be handled by Maryville's Pierre Watkins, and he was wide open. Lots of strategy and thought going into things on how to catch a ball. Gloves, no gloves. I've had this discussion many times with my business partner, who played tight end at Tennessee. Is it harder to catch a wet ball or a cold ball? I would rather catch a wet ball. In motion. Handoff backside to the C gap and down the sideline to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Maryville. Marcus Pierce with a 43-yard touchdown run. That C gap was wide open on the outside. Well, they didn't give him the touchdown. I take that back. So 1st and goal at the 3. 10:51. The side judge signaled touchdown. And again into the mesh. Touchdown. Maryville on the first play. Reichel with the touchdown for Maryville. Maryville, after the turnover now, makes North Carolina Wesleyan pay. It is now 20-7. Eric Graham, the 6'2", 185-pound junior, is the long snapper. Ogle gets the hold. The kick is good, and Maryville leads 21-7 with 10:39 left to go in this first period. Maryville's running game looks pretty good on that right side. You're looking at number 55, Zach Lehman, and Devin Montgomery. Center, Eddie Warner. So pretty good drive by Maryville. Quick score.
Couple of scores of interest. 2nd quarter, Greensboro 0, Brevard 0.
You might have heard the PA man talk about Averett 7, Methodist 6, Greensboro, Bavard 0-0, also in the USA South Conference. A couple of teams like North Carolina Wesleyan had a game postponed due to the hurricane. That game is actually going to be rescheduled for next week. So they'll get their extra week of practice and an extra game, as does Maryville, who will go into the NCAA playoffs. 21-7 with 10:39 left to go here in this second period. Maryville over North Carolina Wesleyan, the battling Bishops. Have had some pretty good field position. They started out past the 40 all three times. And this boot is going to go down to the 29-yard line. And this time the coverage is a little bit better. Great tackle there by hustling special teamer for Maryville, Simon Watson. Simeon Watson, a junior from Benton, Arkansas. Small, diminutive young man, 5'6", 160 pounds. Right there in front of you, number 17. So we'll go back to the action. Toten, the quarterback, with three wideouts to the right, one to the left. And they'll hand the ball off into the mesh there. And getting 2 yards is Jeff Black. Tackle looked like it was made by Ronald Eccles. Herring in on the tackle also. Second and 8. Then they're going to put the tailback Black wide out on the left. So there's 2 wideouts left, 1 and 3 to the right. This is a passing situation. Second and 8, back to pass, looking. Just going to throw the ball down and incomplete. Tried to get it. The quick pass to Ben Dorfman. Ball was thrown just a little low. Third and 8. Would have been far short of the first down. Melton on the defense. Again, the big running back, Adrian Menundo, have not seen him since the first series. Third down and 8. 9:54 left to go. Maryville leading 21-7 in the second quarter. Man in motion, Alford. Back to pass. Going to throw the ball over the middle. Knocked away. And covering was Blake Henderson, the Maryville senior from Maryville High School. Has had a pretty good career here. Captain. This will be the first punt by Nate Garner.
Number 10, Nathan Gardner to punt for North Carolina.
Back deep for Maryville will be Clayton Ogle. He's at the 25, 9:49 left to go. 21-7 Maryville. Good snap. End over end, and Ogle needs to catch that ball, and he does. That's the type of ball, if you let it go, it's going to roll a long way. And tough catch to make by Ogle, but he secures it and saves Maryville probably 10 or 15 yards. Ball will be placed at the 27-yard line, where it will be first and 10. 9:42 left to go in this second quarter. Maryville up 21-7 over North Carolina Wesleyan. Quarterback, Trevor Thomas. 27 for 58 so far this year, freshman. Trevor Thomas from Lindale, Georgia. 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. We'll send a man in motion. That's Ligon. He'll go back to pass. Going to throw it on the little screen, on the little quick jailbreak screen to Ligon, and Ligon could not handle it. Coach Sean Hayes opening up the playbook. Second down and 10. 9:37 left to go second period. Maryville up in this USA South game 21-7. A little chilly out here today. 44 degrees right now here in Maryville. Wind at about 7 or 8 miles an hour in the face of Maryville. Ligon in motion. And it's going to be backside to Chenier. To the 40-yard line goes Chenier. He'll get the first down. He's going to get about 17 yards, 16 yards.
Christian Shaw.
Ball out to the 43-yard line.
Christian Shaw makes the tackle at the 43. First and 10 for Maryville.
First and 10 at their own 43. And trapped in the backfield and struggling to get the first to the yard to gain. Probably a loss. Good tackle coming up. The safety, Marcus Leggett.
Marcus Leggett makes the tackle. No gain.
Second down and 10 at the 43. Man in motion. Little handoff on the little outside dig. At first down and more. Getting across the 45 down to the 44. Goes Rachel.
Marcus Leggett makes the tackle. At the 44, it's first and 10 for Maryville College.
First and 10 for Maryville. Maryville all on the hurry up, which is something new for them. They'll be set back 5 yards. Chenier 43 yards so far. Right now, Chenier 43 yards on 6 carries. He's not in there.
First and 15 at the 49.
Rochelle in there. Ball at the 49 of North Carolina Wesleyan. Hill in motion. Again, little handoff to the edge and down the sideline, and getting 6 or 7 yards is Rochelle.
Rachel carries the ball. Christian Shaw with the tackle. Second down 10 at the 44.
Second and 10. Second and 10. Clock down to 7:20 left to go in this first period. Maryville up, make it second period. Maryville up 21-0. That ball is not handled properly, and it's Chenier getting away from lots of people, but he'll get thrown for a loss back to the 50-yard line. It's a -5 for Chenier. Nice tackle finally.
It's third down, 16 to go.
Loss, I believe, was a yard. Ball back to the 50-yard line. Man in motion. It's going to be a quarterback draw, and fumbling the ball and then recovering it was Siegel. Maryville going backwards. Maryville will have to punt.
Fumble on the play. It's recovered by Maryville's Max Siegel at the 43. Fourth down, 23 to go.
4th and 23.
Evan Officer comes in to punt.
Getting ready to punt is Officer for Maryville.
Kevin Alford
Back deep.
to return the punt for North Carolina Wesleyan.
And this is a nice spiral. going to head to the sideline and get down to about the 25 or 26-yard line. Down by Simeon Watson. (21-7) your score here in the second period.
At the 26, it's 1st and 10, North Carolina Wesleyan.
Toten, your quarterback. Tailback is Black. Back to pass, looking. Knocked away by, on a very, very good play there, by Pierre Chadwick. It's his 6th breakup of the season. And they were trying to get it to the really tall
Tyler Roberts, broken up by Pierre Chadwick. It's second
Tyler
down,
Roberts, 6'4", 177. From Metro Georgia area, Buford. Back to pass, going to throw the little out. Nice catch over there by a hustling Trey Lancaster. Lancaster one-hand grab over there
pass complete to Trey Lancaster.
for about, let's call it 5. Bailey on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 5. Long 5 at that. Ball just across the 30.
At the 31, it's 3rd down 5.
2 wideouts left. 1 tailback. Toten, the quarterback for Wesleyan, goes back to pass. Looking, going to throw that ball. It's intercepted by Maryville, and down the sideline, need a block or two. And it's Chadwick with the interception. His 3rd interception of the season.
Cotton's pass is
And
intercepted.
Toten threw that ball into some traffic.
Return is to the 24.
Ball, second turnover, back to the 24.
Maryville College.
Maryville on the other turnover, which was a fumble by Lancaster, turned into 7 points. And now Maryville with another turnover. Tailback Elijah Chenier. Back to pass. Going to throw this ball into the corner and knocked away at the last minute. It was Collier, but wasn't really knocked away.
Pass is
It was
incomplete.
Octavian Bell was hitting the
Mark
helmet.
Collier, broken up by Octavian Bell. 2nd down 10
2nd and 10.
at the 24.
Good to see Maryville throwing the ball downfield. Not something they're known for, but you've got 2 freshman quarterback. Back in there is Nelson Smith. Smith from Beach High School in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Hand off to Chenier to the outside. Waits for some blocking, and he's going to get close to the 30-yard line. It's probably a 3 to 4 yard gain. Looks like it's to the 31.
Chenier carries the ball. Jonathan Chaston makes the tackle. At the 21. it's
Ball at the
3rd down
21.
7.
3rd and 7, 4:15 left to go here in this second period. It was senior day today. 18 seniors. These 18 seniors were 27-11 overall and 20-7 in the USA South. 3 wideouts left. Man in motion coming back this way. Watkins. Back to pass. Ball down low to Watkins. Good pressure there by North Carolina Wesleyan's Trabon's Carr.
4th down 7 at the 21.
4th and 7. And Maryville looks like, I guess they're going to go punt. It's Hubbs in there. This is going to be a long field goal. Field goal is going to be 38 yards.
Ian Hubbs will attempt the field goal out of the hold of Clayton Ogle.
Ogle the holder, the long snapper Eddie Graham. from the right hash mark. Good snap. Long kick, sails, and it's good. 38-yard field goal by Ian Hubbs makes it 24-7, and that's against the wind. You know, the long snapper on that, I talked about Eddie Graham, 6'2", 185. They don't get much credit for what they do. And Graham is from Powder Springs, Georgia, went to McKeachin High School, 6'2", 185. He's a junior, and what a job he does, unheralded, as a long snapper. 24-7 Maryville. And again, Maryville with 10 points off turnovers, a fumble, and an interception. 3:45 left to go in this second period here at Maryville College. Temperature 44 degrees. Wind out of the, let's call it the north.
Kicking off for Maryville College, number 41 is Ian Hubbs, deep for North Carolina.
See where Maryville's going to kick this one.
6, Trey Lancaster.
Hubbs getting ready to kick off. They've kicked it short down to about the 25 just about every time. And this time they go the other way. Going to go to the 31 or 32, and that's about where it ends up. See where the official spots it. Looks like it'll be spotted on the 44 or 45. It looks like it's right at the 35-yard line. 3:41 left to go. Ball right at the 35, 1st and 10 for North Carolina Wesleyan. 3:41 left to go, first half. It'll be we're in the second period. Tailback still Jeff Black, Toten the quarterback. Toten, little handoff to Black. Black spins the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. First guy blocking it up was Ronald Eccles. Eccles just blocked it up there. He's a 6', 280-pound junior from Statesville, North Carolina. Ball at the 36-yard line, 2nd and 9. The Wesleyan Bishops make their money on pass receptions. It's a passing team. Toten back to pass, looking. Going to get a little pressure, and he'll be sacked by Maryville. Again, first guy in there was Ronald Eccles.
Quarterback Danielle Taunton is sacked by Ronald Eccles and Trenton Cumbie.
Eccles having a good time out there.
3rd down, 14 to go at the 31.
A 6-yard loss. Or a 5-yard loss. 3rd and 14 back to the 31-yard line. Man that they like to go to is Trey Lancaster. He's the second man inside here on this side. Go back to pass. And he's going to be sacked again. And this time, it looks like Jalen Joyce. And we got a timeout by Maryville with 2:07 left to go. So that's their first timeout. 24-7, forcing a punt. And Maryville with some good rush, good defense that time. Jalen Joyce, 10 tackles for loss. That is his 2nd sack of the season. And I can tell you it's cold up in this press box. Score is 24-7. Maryville would like to tack on some points here. 44 degrees is the temperature. They say the high might be 45. Wow. Looks like a cold week here at Maryville. Next Saturday, we've got 2 basketball games here, men and ladies, and 2 basketball games on Sunday. Nate Gardner getting ready to punt. Watkins for Maryville, back deep. Good snap. Kind of an end-over-end sideways. And keeping the ball after bottling it was Watkins. And I do, with some experience, tell you that it is very hard to catch a knuckleball like that and a cold ball like that. 24-7 Maryville. Nelson Smith, the freshman, at quarterback. 3 wideouts right. They got a tight end on the left side. Ligon in motion. They'll go back to pass, looking. Double move, caught, complete by Max Siegel. First down out to the... Looks like they're going to put it right at the 45. He got out of bounds. 1:51 left to go. Maryville up 24-7, looking to get some more points on it. Good double move by Siegel. Quarterback, keeper, going to throw the ball downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. It was tipped by a lineman, and then Marcus Leggett intercepted the ball at the Maryville 46-yard line. So defense gets back out there, and now 2 timeouts left for North Carolina Wesleyan, down 24-7. Maryville's first turnover with 1:45 left to go. Can they put some points on the board? Tailback will be Jeff Black. Quarterback, Totten, the junior. Coming into this game was 52 of 80. He won 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He'll go back to pass. Little swing pass to the outside and getting some decent yardage. Really good yardage to the 39. Get a, let's call it 5. Cumby for Maryville making the tackle. Cumby wearing number 6. It's from Cookeville, Tennessee. A little handoff into the mesh and getting about 3. And then a timeout. Jeff Black. The second timeout with 1:10 left to go. Be 3rd down and 5. As there was no gain. Well, maybe it was 2 yards, 3rd and 3. I'm looking across the field at the yard marker. Now they'll move it. Big play for North Carolina Wesleyan. They can get some points here. I'm sure this is 3rd and 3. This is one of those plays you can roll the dice and go to the end zone with it. Possibly. What do you have to lose? Or you can try to get the first down and go for it after that. This is a play you would think they'd go for the yardage and just get the first down. The up back is Rashawn Bullock. Bullock, number 44, is 6 feet 250. And they're going to give it to the big tailback, and that is the guy we haven't seen, Adrian Menundo. He'll get the first down. As they unpile. Ball will be 1st and 10 at the, let's call it at the 29. Make it 34. Menundo's still in there. 50 seconds left to go. Colors in motion. Back to pass looking. Throw it to Colors, and it is going to be knocked away by Blake Henderson. Colors looked like he was open, but Henderson came over to knock it away.
At the 34.
2nd and 10 at the 34. 42 seconds. Lancaster goes wide right. Tight end on the left side is Ben Dorfman. Toten. Back to pass. He's being chased, and he's going to be sacked by a blitzing Ron McGriff. His 5th tackle for loss. Goes all the way back to the 45. And last time out called in half by North Carolina Wesleyan. 3rd and 21.
From around the conference, second quarter score, Brevard 14, Greensboro 0. Second quarter
As we'll listen to some
Methodist
scores.
13, Averett 7.
Greg Judkins on the microphone. 35 seconds left to go. This is George DeBobby, 24-7 here at Maryville. Good sack by Maryville. Puts them out of field goal range and gives them maybe 2 chances to get the first down. To go all the way to the 24-yard line. Ball rests at the 44. 2 wideouts here on the left. H-back on the left side also. 1 tailback. Tight end on the far right side. And he's one of their go-to receivers, Ben Dorfman. He had 29 receptions before today's game. They'll go back to pass, looking. Dorfman over the middle. And they're going to throw it to Dorfman. Caught! And he's going to get about 12 or 13. Be 4th down and 10. Clock running 20 seconds.
Tackle by Jamal Ware.
4th and 9. You don't want to spike it, that's for sure. We've seen that before, though. Last play, rolling. Toten looking. Going to throw the ball, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ball over on downs with 1 second left.
Toten's pass is incomplete. Ball goes over on downs. It'll be 1st and 10 for Maryville. At the 33.
Toten's best option on that play would have been to, instead of throw it out of bounds, hit the dirt and stay inbounds. Gives Maryville 1 second. I'm sure they're not going to do anything with it. Maryville up 24-7. Nelson Smith, the quarterback. 1 play. And as time runs out, it's Rochelle with the run down the sideline, and that is the end of the first half. Maryville leads here at home 24-7 over North Carolina Wesleyan. This is George DeBobby, and I'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with some stats. And welcome back, everybody. George DeBobby here at Maryville College, just about 6 minutes before the second half kickoff. The score, Maryville 24 and North Carolina Wesleyan 7. Maryville will get the ball to start the second half. A few stats of note, team stats. And Maryville, 12 first downs, 3 passing, 7 rushing, 2 by penalty. North Carolina, 7 first downs, 5 passing, 2 rushing. Maryville is 2 of 4 on third down. North Carolina Wesleyan, 3 of 9. Wesleyan is 0 for 2 on fourth down, trying to go for a first down. Maryville has run 30 plays, Wesleyan 37. Maryville has 214 total yards. Maryville 214, Wesleyan 128 total yards. Maryville is averaging 7 yards plus per play. The North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops, 3.5 yards per play. Maryville has 102 yards net passing, and the net passing yardage for North Carolina Wesleyan, 105 yards. Maryville is 3 of 8 passing, and Wesleyan is 12 of 20. On every pass completed, Maryville gets 12.8 yards. One of those was a 65-yarder, so that is blown out of proportion somewhat. Wesleyan, 5 yards per pass. Maryville's quarterbacks have not been sacked, and Maryville has sacked the North Carolina Wesleyan quarterback, Danielle Toten, 3 times for 20 yards. 1 interception, both teams. Maryville has 112 yards net yards rushing. Wesleyan has 23 yards rushing. Maryville 22 attempts to get to that 112 yards rushing. Wesleyan 17 attempts to get to that 23. So their average rush gain per rush is 1.4 yards. Maryville 5.1. Maryville has 2 punt returns. And Maryville has fumbled the ball 3 times. They haven't lost any. Wesleyan has fumbled the ball twice. Make that once and has lost that fumble. Maryville has had the ball 12 minutes, 47 seconds. Wesleyan 17 minutes, 13 seconds. Some stats. Number 17, Danielle Toten, 12 of 20 for 105 yards, 1 interception. Adrian Menando, 6 rushing attempts, 21 yards. Jeff Black, 7 for 11 yards. Toten has rushed 4 times, has been sacked, and has lost 9 yards. Receiving, Lancaster, the leading conference receiver, 5 receptions, 53 yards, 10.6 yards per catch. Ben Dorfman, a really good tight end, 5 receptions, 44 yards, and his longest was 15. Jeff Black has caught 2 for 8 yards. Maryville has used a host of receivers and rushing. Chenier, 7 for 46 yards. Marcus Pierce, 1 carry, 38 yards. Elijah Rochelle, 6 attempts, 29 yards. Smith, the quarterback, has rushed 3 times for 18 yards. The H-back, Terry Stewart, has rushed 1 time for 4 yards. Siegel, 1 time for 2. Clayton Ogle rushed 1 time for a -12. Trevor Thomas, the other quarterback, has rushed twice and -13 yards. On the receiving, Siegel is the only receiver that Maryville has thrown to. 3 for 102 yards. I seem to remember, it's Siegel. 3 for 102 yards, the only receiver that has caught a ball today. Trevor Thomas has fumbled twice. He didn't lose any. Pierre Watkins fumbled once and didn't lose any. So those are your individual and game time stats right now. Your scoring plays in the first period. Toten, 11-yard run. The kick was good. It was a 12-play, 65-yard drive. Took 7 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock. They led with 7:52 left to go in the first period. 7-0. Maryville came right back, and 11 seconds later with a 65-yard pass to Max Siegel. Nelson Smith, the quarterback. Extra point was good, and that drove one play, 65 yards, 11 seconds. It was 7-7. Max Siegel with a 2-yard run on the left side over in Lombi's corner over there. Kick was good. Maryville led 14-7. That was a 12-play, 85-yard drive that took 6 minutes off the clock, and they went into the second quarter with 13:42 left. Maryville led 14-0. 10 minutes, 39 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Elijah Rochelle with a 3-yard run. Extra point by Hub was good. It was after a fumble recovery. Maryville 4-play drive, 49 yards, took 1 minute, 18 seconds. With 3:45 left to go, Ian Hubbs kicked a 38-yard field goal, making it 24-7. That was a 4-play drive, and took just about a minute off the clock, and that came after an interception. So 2 costly turnovers, a fumble and an interception, has led to 10 points for the Maryville Scots. They lead 24-7 as both teams are out here ready to go. I shouldn't say that because Wesleyan is just getting out onto the field right now. And I'm sure Coach Phil Koski, in his 6th season, had a lot to say. This isn't their last game, Wesleyan. They're going to play Bridgewater next week. It's a game postponed earlier this year due to the hurricane. Maryville also had one postponed, but they will not play a conference game next week or a game that they know about. They know they're going to play. They just don't know who. And that's going to be the NCAA first-round tournament. We'll know later today where Maryville will play. 24-7 here at halftime. And Maryville will receive the ball. They'll go on offense. The temperature still in the mid-40s. In fact, let's see what we have right now. And we're looking at a temperature of 44 degrees. Wind coming out of the north, high atop the hill over here across campus. At Anderson Hall, the wind's blowing pretty briskly, but here on the field looks like we've got little or no wind. So we're ready to go as North Carolina Wesleyan will kick off. It will be Caleb Mann getting ready to kick off. And back deep is Pierre Watkins. And here we go. Collier, well, that ball is going to be picked up by an up back and getting to the 30-yard line was Dylan Daniels.
Dylan Daniels returns the kick.
He's happy about that. That's number 57, Dylan Daniels for Maryville. Probably doesn't get to see the ball much. Let's pick it up. He's a freshman linebacker from Laredo, Tennessee, 6'1", 215. 1st and 10. They'll start out at quarterback. They'll put in Trevor Thomas. And the tailback will be Elijah Chenier. 3 wideouts here to the left. They'll move Chenier a little bit. They'll give the ball to Chenier right up the middle. Chenier going to get about 2. 2nd down.
Elijah Chenier carries the ball. Tackle made by J.T. Lichtenberger and number 50, R.J. Smalls.
Maryville's offensive line. Stewart, the tight end. Mahoney at left tackle, left guard Larson. At center is Warner. Montgomery is at right guard. Lehman at right tackle. And it goes to Trenier to the right side. He'll get some good yardage, and he'll get, looks like he'll get the first down.
Hogan makes the tackle.
Going to be about 10 yards.
At the 43, it's 1st and 10.
At the 43, 1st and 10. Maryville in that hurry-up offense, which we haven't seen before. Going to put a man in motion. It goes to Chenier. Chenier to the outside. And Chenier was one tackle away from breaking it. He's going to get about 5. That goes to the 47-yard line of Maryville. This will be the opening drive for Maryville. 13:33 left to go in the third quarter. Maryville up 24-7. Chenier in motion. He'll stop. He'll come to the sideline and look for a play. There's 3 guys down there signaling in plays. Look like 2 of them are signaling in the same play. Thomas fakes the ball, rolls the other way, going to throw the ball, and overthrown and almost intercepted. He had a wide open Terry Stewart. Third down.
Thomas's pass is incomplete.
It's 3rd and 7.
Third down 6 at the 47.
Plays going in. Chenier the tailback. Man in motion. Right to left. Back to pass. And the ball is caught, I believe. Yes, it is. 1st and 10. Down to the 42 or 43-yard line.
To Jawan Hill. Ball is at the
Hill.
43. It's 1st and 10.
On the
for
reception.
Maryville College.
Opening drive of the second half. Thomas, the quarterback. Little end around to Hill, and we've got a flag. Hill will get a couple.
Jawan Hill carries the ball. Keon Washington.
Looks like it'll go against Maryville.
Williams on the tackle.
Illegal procedure, I believe.
Illegal formation. 5 men in the backfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
Not sure how there can be 5 men in the backfield.
After the penalty, it's 1st down 15 to go at the 48.
1st and 15. I'm confused on that one. I know what 5 men in the backfield looked like, but did not see that one. 1st and 15. Back to pass, looking. And it's going to be intercepted as Thomas just threw that up for grab. Down to the 50 and down to the sideline. And finally they get stopped, and there's a tremendous block in the back by J.T. Lichtenberg on a Maryville player right in front of the bench of Maryville. Good pressure by the Battling Bishops, but they had great field position down to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. An ill-advised throw by Trevor Thomas. So some pep in the step. Toten getting ready to hand the ball off, and he'll go to their big man, Adrian Menondo, and he's going to get a yard.
Adrian Menondo carries the ball.
2nd and 9.
Tavon Johnson.
Make it 2 yards.
Griff on the tackle.
2nd and 8.
Gain of 2.
We're here in the third quarter at Maryville. Maryville leads 24-7. And another turnover by Maryville, the second in the game. Second interception gives the Battling Bishops great field position at the Maryville 28-yard line. Big tailback in there, Menondo. Quarterback is Toten. Good snap, back to pass looking. And Toten just throws that ball real quick over to the intended receiver was Tyle Roberts. 3rd and 8. In comes their Very, very good tight end, Ben Dorfman. 3rd and 10. And I'd say this would be 4th down territory where they'll go for it on 4th down. 11:06 left to go. Toten, the junior, looking over the Maryville defense. 4 receivers will be in the pattern. Dorfman in motion, right to left. And they're going to hand off to the big fullback right into the mesh. And he's going to get pretty good yardage. Just a smash play. It'll be 4th down and maybe 2. Very manageable. Good play call by Coach Filkowski.
Adrian Menondo carries the
I believe he was a quarterback in his time.
And Trey Melton combined on the tackle.
Was on a national championship team, I believe, at Allegheny. 4th down and 3. Clock, not an issue. Toten, the only man in the backfield, will be 5 receivers in the pattern. They'll go back to pass, looking, going to throw this ball, and wide open. Nobody even covering the receiver, Quentin Cullors, over there. Not sure what Maryville was doing on defense.
Tackle made by Michael Bailey.
1st and 10.
1st and goal at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6. There's a hawk flying over the field. Toten. Man in motion. Going to hand it off to the big fullback, and he's going to get down close to the goal line, and they give him the touchdown.
For North Carolina Wesleyan, number 32, Adrian Menondo carries the ball.
Menondo with a touchdown. 24-13. Maryville turns the ball over, and now they turn it into 6. 24-13. Man getting ready to attempt. Gardner will be the holder. Good snap. Good kick, and it's 24-14 as the Bishops make Maryville pay for a turnover. Defense looked a little flat there, but with 9:46 left to go, it's a 10-point lead for Maryville. Maryville threw an interception, and Wesleyan took advantage of it and scored 6 points. It's a 12-play drive. I'll take that back. We'll get that here in a second. Comes the kick by Man. It's going to sail down to Ogle. Ogle lets it bounce, picks it up at the 15. He'll go down the left side, and Ogle's going to get across the 35. Pretty good field position. That drive was 25 yards by
Max Siegel returns the kick.
the
Tackle by J.T. Lichtenberger at the 38.
by the Battling Bishops. At the 38, quarterback is Trevor Thomas. Tailback Chenier. Ball goes to Chenier on the backside. Chenier breaks a tackle, still going. He's going to get 10.
Elijah Chenier carries the ball. Tackle by Jonathan Chaston.
He's going to get out to the 47.
1st and 10 at the 48.
And it's Chenier back the other way again. Cuts it up, and he's going to get about 5 or 6. Maryville with the hurry-up offense.
Marcus Leggett makes the tackle at the 42.
Chenier I have with 72 yards.
Second down 5.
Low snap. Chenier cuts it outside, and it'll go down the sideline and stays on the sideline and gets knocked out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds inside the 20.
Carries the ball, knocked out of bounds by Christian Shaw at the 20.
Shaw on the tackle at the 20, looks like the 27-yard line. Chenier with a good gain. A whistle. And here we go. Trevor Thomas. 2 men in motion that time. Ball inside and up the middle. It's Elijah Rochelle with another first down, I believe.
Rachel carries the ball. Christian Shaw with the tackle.
North Carolina Wesleyan trying to hustle in players. Maryville with the hurry-up offense.
First and 10 at the 17.
Ball at the 17. Maryville up 24-14. 7:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Maryville's opening drive was an interception. Another handoff inside to Rochelle, and Rochelle going to get across the 15.
Elijah Rachel carries the ball. Tackle made.
So that is going to be second down, and let's call it 7. Got Chenier with 77 yards today.
Second down 7 at the 14.
Maryville taking its time. That hurry up now gone. Rochelle had a nice run there. He'll get the ball again, cut it up inside to the 10, and it'll be third down and 2 or 3.
Elijah Rachel carries the ball. Tackle made.
Marcus Pierce going in at tailback.
Third down 3.
6:40 left to go here in this third quarter. Maryville up 24-14. Pierce, 334 yards rushing so far this season. Snap, little option play to the outside. Pierce, stutter steps. Pierce gets the first down, or close to it.
Marcus Pierce carries the ball.
Is there a penalty?
Flag on the play.
There is. I don't see the flag. See what the flag or the call is.
Block low waist, number 5 on the offense. 15-yard penalty.
It's called a chop block on Maryville. That's going to slow them down a bit. That's the second drive now that they've been doing quite well, and now an interception before, and now a 15-yard chop block penalty by Clayton Ogle. It's a tough call. .602 left to go, third quarter. Third down and 15. Trevor Thomas will roll, looking to pass. Go back the other way. And they want him to run. And he'll get knocked out of bounds.
Trevor Thomas carries the ball. Knocked out of bounds by Christian Shaw.
Didn't quite get to first down. He's going to be a few yards short. So Maryville sends in the field goal team. 5:42 left to go.
Ian Hubbs will attempt the field
Trevor
goal.
Thomas
Clayton Ogle.
trying to make a decision to go. This field goal is going to be 27 yards. from the right hash mark. Right-footed kicker. The kick sails, looks good from here, and it is no good.
27-yard field goal attempt is
So
no good.
5:36 left to go, and some fresh air for the Battling Bishops. They're getting the momentum here, 24-14, and a chop block by Clayton Ogle thwarted that drive. Maryville was going full speed ahead. And that's those little mistakes that can cause great problems. Chop block by a wide receiver is really I've never seen the call before. Or it's pretty hard to do. Toten, the quarterback. Going to go back to pass, looking. And he's breaking free. Going to throw this ball out of bounds. Smart play by the junior.
Taughton's pass is incomplete. He was pressured by Jaylene Joyce.
Second down and 10.
At the 20.
5:29 left to go, third period, 24-10. Maryville with a 10-point lead. Maryville's opening drive, they picked off the quarterback. And then North Carolina Wesleyan scored. Maryville missed their field goal. Man in motion is Dorfman. They'll go back to pass, looking, and throw this ball out to Dorfman, and the tackle made after a short gain. Good tackle there by Michael Bailey.
To Ben Dorfman, tackle made by Michael Bailey.
About 6 yards there.
Third down 3 at the 27.
Third down and 4, it looks like. They've got it as 3rd and 3. 1, 2. It's a long 3 if it's 3. And if it's my money, I give it to Adrian Minondo. Well, he comes way out here to the far side. Going to look for that short, quick pass, and they'll get the first down right in front of the first down marker. Pass goes to Trey Lancaster. Good tackle by Bo Herring, the linebacker. Lancaster went out, got the first down yardage, and then turned around, and that's what you do. You make sure you get the first down yardage before, in your pattern, before you catch the pass. No sense catching the pass if you're not beyond the first down. 24-14. North Carolina Wesleyan with a little bit of momentum here. Toten back to pass, looking. Going to throw that short pass out here. Caught complete. And they're going to get about 8 yards on that pass. Starting to pick Maryville apart a little bit here is the junior Donnell Toten. Ball goes to their big tailback, and he's going to get close to the first down. Well, they got him the first down. He'll get the 3 yards. He'll get out to the 44. 3:20 left to go. 24-10. Score, Wesleyan down to Maryville. Wesleyan came out and stopped Maryville on its first possession. Interception, and then Maryville, and then they scored a touchdown. Maryville comes back, drives down to the 10, and a chop block call, which we're still wondering what that happened. Go back to pass, throw it to the tight end to the outside, and he's going to get 10, 11, 12. And that's inside Maryville territory to the 43-yard line.
At the 43, it's 1st and 10, North Carolina Wesleyan.
1st and 10 at the Maryville 43-yard line. Wesleyan picking Maryville apart right now. They'll give it to the big man up the middle, and he's going to get about 2 to the 41 maybe. Second down. And that's Adrian Menundo, 5'9", 220. Hit 600 yards coming into this game, averaging about 6 yards a rush. He'll get 2 on that one.
It's second down 8 at the 41.
Got him with 38 yards. Second down, and let's call it 8. Big play here. And go deep downfield. And they're going to call pass interference against Maryville.
Taunton's pass is incomplete, intended for Trey Lancaster. There is a flag on the play.
It's kind of a...
Pass interference. Number 19 on the defense.
That's another tough call. There was contact.
After the penalty, it's
First and 10 now at the Maryville 26, and the Wesleyan Battling Bishops battling back with 1:47 left to go in this third period, down 24-10. Toten, the quarterback, going to go back to pass. Little hitch pattern, and it is incomplete. He got it out there to Trey Lancaster.
Taunton's pass is incomplete, intended for Trey Lancaster.
Blake Henderson on the tackle. Chadwick also, second and 10. Incompleted pass. Clock stopped at 1:43 left to go in this third period, 24-14. Most of the ball carrying, most of the time has been taken up by North Carolina Wesleyan this quarter. Maryville's had it once. Well, twice, through an interception and then a bad penalty. Stopped the drive inside the 10. Second and 10, back to pass. Toten looking. And knocked away by Blake Henderson. The senior with another breakup today. I think he has 3.
It's third down 10 at the 26.
Third and 10, I would think that they'll go a full 4 downs here. 1:39 left to go in this third period. Maryville up 24-14. This period, Maryville missed a field goal, and the Battling Bishops scored a touchdown. Toten sends the man in motion. That's Falls. He'll go back to pass. Goes over the middle. Intercepted by Maryville at the 10-yard line. And coming up the field, down the sideline to the 40-yard line, goes Bo Herring with the interception. And there's 3 players on the ground downfield, and that could 4, and now just 3. And it's North Carolina Wesleyan players injured. Bo Herring with a pick at the 10, and then a run back all the way out to their own 40-yard line. Oh, a lot of damage out there. Hopefully everybody's going to be okay. Bo Herring with a big interception there. The sophomore linebacker from Navarre, Florida, 6'1", 225. A long list of players have come from that southwest coast of Florida. A big play as North Carolina had stopped Maryville twice this period with an interception and then a penalty stopped another drive. The injured player seems to be okay. D. Carroll Rawls. See if we get that right. Let's check that. Yeah, Carroll Rawls, the freshman offensive lineman from Camden, Georgia. Camden High School, Kingsland, Georgia. First and 10 for Maryville. In at quarterback for Maryville, Nelson Smith. 1:25 left to go in this third period, 24-10. Chenier in the backfield for Maryville with 97 yards today. Chenier gets the ball again, and Chenier going to power through for about 2 or 3. Referee's going to put it at the official, put it just over the 43. He'll get 3. That'll put him at 100 yards. Actually, they're going to give him 4.
At the 44, it's second down 6.
Chenier with 101 yards. He needs 129 to tie the record. Goes to Chenier to the outside on the jet sweep. He's going to get 10. He's going to get 15, 16. He'll get about 15 on that.
Chenier carries the ball, tackled by Marcus Leggett. At the 43, first and 10 for Maryville College.
It's going to give him 12 more. Chenier coming up on the record. First and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line of North Carolina Wesleyan. 16 seconds to go in this third quarter. Goes to Chenier to the outside again. Chenier cuts it up to the 40. Down to the 30. Looks like that's the end of the quarter.
Elijah Chenier carries the ball. Christian Shaw with the tackle. At the 35, it will be second down 2. That's the end of the third quarter.
Chenier should be close to that record. How many? So that's 2 yards over, 3 yards over. Elijah Chenier with 132 yards gives him the all-time single-season rushing record, surpassing Rommel Hightower. 132 yards in 3 quarters today. Elijah Chenier, the new single-season rushing holder. Congratulations to the Baytown, Texas native, Elijah Chenier, the senior. 132 yards today. Now the all-time single-season rushing leader, or career rushing leader, excuse me. He had 314 today. 132 makes it 32-46, and that puts him 3 over Rommel Hightower. Congratulations, Elijah Chenier. And again, Maryville with the student body right and getting to the 30-yard line or close to it, and the first down goes Marcus Pierce.
Marcus Pierce carries the ball. He steps out of bounds at the 28. First and 10 for Maryville College.
Ball down at the 28. Maryville driving again. Low snap and right up the middle. Get about 2 or 3. Goes Marcus Pierce.
Marcus Pierce carries the ball. Jonathan Chaston makes the tackle.
See Chenier down there on the sideline with his helmet off.
Down 9 at the 27.
Actually, he has his helmet on. Second and 9. Maryville going to eat some clock, leading 24-14 with 13:50 left to go in the game. And getting nowhere was Marcus Pierce.
Marcus Pierce carries the ball. Jonathan Chaston makes the tackle. 3rd down 9.
3rd and 9, and Maryville now stalling again with 13:20 left to go in this period. Maryville missing a big part of their offense today in I'll get right back to that in a second. Back to pass. Screen pass. Taking the sack, Nelson. 4th down.
At the 32. 4th down, 14 to go.
4th and 14. Maryville going to go for it here. It's a screen pass. It did not work. 12:30 left to go. Maryville will come to the sideline for the play with 6 on the play clock. And they're going to call timeout. So I don't know if Maryville's going to punt or they're going to decide.
Would like to thank our medical service providers that assist throughout the year. Thank you to Dr. Eric Morgan, Dr. Travis Groff, Dr. Ken Bell, and Dr. Russell Gibson, as well as the staff and physicians at Ortho Tennessee. Right,
like to thank our halftime sponsor, by the way. That was Cookout. Get some great food there at the Cookout over on Highway 321, just outside of town. Also like to thank Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, as we talked about, El Humidor, Mexican Grill, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Ken Joe Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. GoTees.com, GoTees.com, 1-800-360-1965. So what will Maryville do here? I believe they're going to punt. No, they're not. So with 12:13 left to go in the game, 4th and 14, Maryville with the ball at the North Carolina Wesleyan 32-yard line. 2 wideouts to the, make it 3 to the left side. 1 tailback. Back to pass. Looking. Gonna throw the ball, and it is caught complete for the 1st down inside the 15-yard line. And now we have a fumble, and it's going to be picked up by North Carolina Wesleyan.
Pass was complete to Jordan Ligon. Fumble on the play.
And a little extra effort there turned into a disaster. The 2nd turnover for Maryville. See where the ball's going to be placed. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. So with 12:03 left to go, North Carolina Wesleyan getting another turnover. Down to Maryville by 10, 24-14. New quarterback in for North Carolina Wesleyan, Nate Gardner. Gardner back to pass. Looking, going to throw the ball deep downfield, and it is incomplete, and they call pass interference on what?
His pass is incomplete. There is a flag on the play.
Not sure what the call is going to, or who it's going to be on, or why it was even pass interference. And they're going to call it back. They're going to pick up the flag. That's the Not only was it uncatchable, it wasn't pass interference. 2nd down. Nate Gardner, 6'1", 220-pound senior, 94 completions, 174 attempts for 1,247 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's from Hereford, North Carolina. 2nd and 10. He'll go back to pass. Looking, going to throw that bullet out there, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Gardner's pass is incomplete, intended for Tyler Roberts. 3rd down 10 at the 18.
$11:52 left to go in the game. Maryville up by 10. Maryville offense just can't get going this second half. Gardner. He'll go back to pass. Good pressure. Good pressure. He's going to run this time, and he's going to get fumble, and let's see what we have. Looks like they got their own ball back.
Quarterback Nate Gardner carries the ball.
And it'll be 4th down.
Fumble on the play is recovered
Clock
by
running.
North Carolina Wesleyan.
So Maryville holds, and back deep
Aaron Britt
for Maryville will be Clayton Ogle.
at the 21.
Ogle, a junior wide receiver from Seymour, Tennessee, went to Seymour High School, the Seymour Eagles,
Gardner to punt.
just down the road from here. Gardner getting ready to punt. Ogle will not be looking into the sun. And a good punt. And it goes out of bounds at about the 38 or 37-yard line.
Punt goes out of bounds
So back into the game goes the Maryville offense.
at the 37. That's where Maryville takes over, 1st and 10.
Just want to make a correction here. The record for Elijah Chenier's 8 yards away. 8 yards away. We were given incorrect information. I apologize. Smith hands off to Chenier. Chenier going to get just a couple to the 40-yard line.
Here carries the ball. JT Lichtenberger and RJ Smalls combine on the tackle. Gain of 3. 2nd down 7 at the 40.
2nd and 7. Clock going to try to eat up some clock here. 10:20 left to go in the game. Maryville up by 10. Smith, the freshman quarterback. Low snap. Going to pick up the ball. And that'll be a loss back to the 35. And Maryville just can't get consistent here in the second half. Lots of low snaps today.
JT Lichtenberger make the tackle at the 35. It's 3rd down 12.
3rd and 12. Another low snap. Caught complete, and we're going to have a 1st down. Or close to it.
Smith's
Pass complete to Watkins. Going to be close to the 1st down. It is a 1st down. Watkins needs to make sure that when he catches the ball and he's that close to the mark to extend to get the 1st down, because he barely got it. Ball out to the 48 with 9:11 left to go in this game. 24-10, Maryville leading. Clayton Ogle in motion. Maryville will look to the sideline. 15 on the play clock. Under 9 minutes left to go in the game. Chenier needs 5 yards to break the record. He'll go back to pass. Caught complete. And forward progress is going to be about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Smith's pass complete to Clayton Ogle. Tackle by
Ball inside North Carolina Wesleyan territory at the 47. 2nd and 5. 8:30 left to go in the game. It's another low snap. Chenier. Chenier's going to get the record, I believe. And big number 74 for Maryville, Anthony Mahoney, trying to help a player up.
Elijah Chenier with the carry. Gain is to the 42. It's 1st and 10 for Maryville College.
Elijah Chenier now with the record. We'll have that information for you here in a second. Chenier again up the middle, and now he's going to lose the record. So we'll just sit tight. It's a 2-yard loss. That's the way things go. Chenier comes out.
Loss of 2. It's 2nd down 12 at the 44.
2nd and 12. Chenier pretty winded. He's had a long day. And they send the house. Do the
Marcus Pierce carries the ball. Isaiah
North Carolina Wesleyan. Lots of blitz there, and sent everybody. So Maryville going backwards. Clock down to 6:35 left to go in the game. The game, plenty of time for North Carolina Wesleyan to do something. And they are working on Chenier's elbow. Nine seconds on the play clock. Back to pass. Here comes the blitz. Caught complete. It's Ogle. He's not going to get the first down, but he'll get about 10 of it back.
Nelson Smith's pass is complete to Clayton Ogle. Tackle made by Tabron's Carr at the 37. 4th down, 5 yards to go.
4th and 5. Pierce the tailback. Got everybody and his brother inside the box up on the line of scrimmage with 5:30 left to go in the game and 12 on the play clock. Here it comes in, and they're probably going to call a timeout. And we get the timeout. Coach Hayes waiting the last minute there to call the timeout. So it's 4th and 5. 5:13 left to go in the game. Maryville up 24-14 here at Maryville. Maryville at the 37-yard line of North Carolina Wesleyan. Checking on Elijah Chenier, getting bandaged up just in front of us. He's 1 yard short of the all-time rushing record in a season. They're working on his ankle. They're working on his elbow. And here we go. 4th and 4. 5:13 left to go in the game. Maryville going to go for it on 4th down. Siegel in motion. They'll roll. Looking to pass. Going to be a 1st down. Good pass out to Siegel. Well, that was to Ogle, so Maryville gets the 1st down and keeps the ball with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left to go. They're working on Chenier down here feverishly. And Chenier, I'm sure, wants to get back in there and get that 1 yard here at home. Another low snap, and just the quarterback draw. Yeah, we're going to get targeting, and that's a tough call. That's a tough call for Lichtenberger to get called on. It happens a lot. That rule is going to have to be modified some way. I don't fault Lichtenberger at all. Elijah Chenier getting ready to go back in. That's really a tough call on North Carolina Wesleyan. See what we've got.
Personal foul.
They do call it a personal foul.
After this field goal, automatic first down.
That's a tough call. I agree with the referees calling it by rule, but that's a tough one for the defender.
At the 12.
First and 10 at the 12. Maryville leading 24-14 with 4:35 left to go. Elijah Chenier needs 1 yard to get the record. Nelson Smith, the quarterback. Send Ogle in motion. Goes to Chenier. Chenier's going to get it, and Chenier gets the record.
For Maryville, Elijah
Now take him out.
tackle made by J.T. Lichtenberger.
Chenier gets 5. He needed 1. So
At the 7, second down 4.
so he's plus 5. So he'll get the record now. Elijah Chenier with 3,247 yards. 3:35 left to go in the game. 24-14 Maryville. Maryville threatening second and let's call it 5. And we've got all kinds of...
Flag on the play.
Maryville's having a tough time with the snap.
False start. 55 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
Maryville has really looked out of sync offensively here in the second half. So now it's second down and
Second down
9.
At the 12.
Ball at the 12-yard line. Clock at 3 minutes, 10 seconds and running left to go in the game. Maryville up by 10. And right up the middle is Chenier.
Elijah Chenier carries the ball. J.T. Lichtenberger makes the tackle. Gain of 3.
Now we've got a flag.
Flag on the play.
Jaden Harris is the center for Maryville, I believe. Officials conferring.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 6 on the defense. 26 on the defense. After this field goal.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on 26 defensively.
Ball is at the 5. It's first and goal.
26 is Zaire Hogan on defense. Lots of duplicate numbers that they didn't give us here. 2:33 left to go in the game. First and goal. Maryville threatening. Ball goes to Chenier. He's going to turn it up. Touchdown, Elijah Chenier.
For Maryville College, Elijah Chenier carries 5 yards for the touchdown.
And what a great career Elijah Chenier has had here. Now the all-time leader.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We'll let you hear if they make
To
the
attempt
announcement.
The extra point for Maryville, Ian Hubbs out of the hold of Clayton Ogle.
Chenier now with, not sure how many yards rushing he has, but he has the record. I know that. Extra point good, and now it's 31 to 14, 2:22. Chenier.
During that drive, Maryville's Elijah Chenier has eclipsed the career rushing yards record for Maryville College. In fact, he broke the record twice.
Heard he broke the record twice, which he did. He broke the record, got tackled for a loss, and then broke it again. Elijah Chenier, fantastic young man from Baytown, Texas. Chenier, a senior, 5'8", 185. Certainly has been a big part of this football team. And with that 100+ yards today, he's going to have just about 900 yards rushing this season. His best season was 2016 and 17. His sophomore year, 1,281 yards. Last year, a little bit of an injury. But he now the all-time leading rusher, career rushing leader for Maryville College, passing the great Rommel Hightower. Here we go. With just 2:22 left to go, the ball is caught and tackled immediately was the receiver.
Quinn Tobias fields the kick. Tackle made by Max Siegel. Actually, that would be Trenton Cumbie.
Cumbie making the tackle. It has the same number as Siegel.
At the 30, first and 10, North Carolina Wesleyan.
So with 2:22 left to go, Wesleyan down 31-14. Puts in Nate Gardner again, the senior, and they'll fill the air with football. Back to pass. Going to throw the ball deep downfield. Incomplete. A streaking Trey Lancaster. Well covered there
Intended for Trey Lancaster. It's second down.
by Blake Henderson. Gardner, back to pass, looking, going to get flush from the pocket, and tries to get it to Lancaster. Incomplete. You know, you also have to credit
Is incomplete. Intended for
the Maryville offensive line.
by Pierre Chadwick. Third down 10.
Guys like Anthony Mahoney, Kyle Larson, Eddie Warner, Devin Montgomery, Zach Lehman, the up back or H back. A lot of times, Terry Stewart. So those guys block. And apparently they've blocked pretty well. That's Lancaster in motion. Gardner back to pass. Looking, going to throw the ball over the middle and almost intercepted again by Bo Herring.
Gardner's pass.
Right through his hands.
Lead intended for Trey Lancaster. Broken up by Bo Herring.
2:04 left to go.
10 at the 30.
4th and 10. Gardner coming in. Got a great arm, just has been ineffective. They'll go for it on 4th and 10 with 2 minutes left to go in this game. Back to pass. Gardner looking. Going to throw this ball, and he can wing it.
Gardner's pass is
And they call it pass interference again. And this official having a difficult time officials were, I mean, there's no way that's pass interference, but apparently they think it is. See what the officials say.
Play. Holding. 31 on the defense. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Holding, Coach Hayes out on the field. Here we go. They call holding on Maryville. Ball caught for about a 5-yard gain by Dupree Falls.
to Dupree Falls. Tackle made by Michael Bailey at the 45. It's second down.
And we get a timeout with 1:47 left to go in the game.
There's no flag on the play. Timeout. North Carolina Wesleyan.
Lots of unhappy people here. Officials are really having a discussion with Coach Sean Hayes. Very unhappy. But during the timeout, I guess that's the time to chat. And I'm sure they're not chatting about lunch. And the man who made the call is far and away from all the discussion. And I would like to say sometimes that the officials are closer than I am, but not on that call. Gardner getting ready to pass. 2nd and 5. Maryville looking to blitz. Now, is there pass interference? No. Tackle made by Trey Melton. Now, if that was pass interference, I would agree with it, but it wasn't. At the 45-yard line. Maryville leading 31-14 with 1:43 left to go in this game. Gardner back to pass. Here comes Gardner, and he's going to get sacked or get back to the line of scrimmage. And tackle made by Chikori Jackson. Give him a sack there. 4th and 5 and another timeout. Coach Vilkovsky trying to teach up to the last minute. He's still got another game to play, and he'll have other seasons. So you do what you can while you're out there. Maryville 23 first downs, North Carolina Wesleyan 13. Maryville 4 of 9 on 3rd down, Wesleyan 4 of 14. Maryville's run 65 plays for 402 yards of total offense. Wesleyan, coming into this game with over 400 yards total offense, has run 60 plays and 200 yards. They're going to try to get a little bit more here. Gardner looking over the Maryville defense. Not in a prevent defense. They're only going to rush 3. Maybe. Looking. Flush out of the pocket. And Gardner does not get the first down. I'm not sure Gardner understood the situation there because he dove into the ground as opposed to going into it. So looks like Maryville, as they go out, will end up with an uncontested first-time USA South Conference Championship. Sole possession of it. They will head on to the NCAA Division III National Football Tournament. Where that's going to be, not sure. Elijah Chenier bypassing Rommel Hightower for the all-time career rushing leader. Chenier with a 142 yards today on 22 carries. Adam Diggs in at quarterback. Running back was Jordan Ligon on the little end around.
Jordan Ligon carries the ball.
1:07 left to go. Maryville can just run this clock down to about 35 seconds if they want to. And they probably will. 31-14, Maryville's going to go to 7-0 in conference play and 7-2 overall. One game was postponed. It was Washington and Lee. Maryville didn't get the ball off. Diggs, a senior from Fulton High School, just up the road from here. Had a tremendous player in high school locally. Knoxville, just 20 or so miles away. Went to Fulton High School and they won a state championship with number 12 out there, Adam Diggs. 31 seconds left to go. Maryville going to take this one into the bank. 31-14. Little end around to Trey Pope. Trey Pope down the sideline, and Trey Pope gets the first down. Well, not the first down, but he gets some yardage. Trey Pope with 13 seconds left to go. He's a senior, was a quarterback from Sullivan Central. And Maryville will let the clock run down. And the Maryville Fighting Scots are the USA South uncontested champions. Sole possession of first place. Coach Hayes with the water dunk. And Maryville wins 31-14. Heads to the NCAA National Championship next week. We'll be back with some stats. This is George DeBobby saying Maryville wins 31-14. We'll be back. Well, just a good season for the Fighting Scots. Lost the first two games to teams that are now nationally ranked. Berry College ranked 10th, and Center College, I think, ranked 17th or 18th in the country. And then Maryville reels off 7 straight victories, and that's one of the longest runs that they've had in the history of Maryville College football, 7 in a row. So Maryville, the USA South champions. No co-champions, just the USA South football champions for 2018. Maryville College, well deserved. And there's going to be a presentation here. Dr. Tom Hunt out there with the trophy. They'll do it in the middle. So we'd like to stick around. Just sit tight and we'll get that as Coach Sean Hayes taking over for a very popular coach before him and continuing on. And now he has his own, and in fact, the only USA South championship, not a co-championship. And they will head to their second
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please direct your attention to the middle of the field as USA South Commissioner Dr. Tom Hart presents the 2018 USA South Athletic Conference Championship Trophy to the Maryville College Scots.
The Fighting Scots, the USA South Conference champions for 2018. The USA South Commissioner, Dr. Tom Hart, down there getting ready to present that. Singing Let It Shine. So one team victorious, another team not so lucky. So Maryville wins today, the USA South Conference champions for the 2018 football season. Maryville will head to the NCAA championship game, or round one game, next week. Not sure where that will be. Maryville College, the USA South Conference champs. Let's talk a little bit about some of the stats real quick, and then we'll wrap it up. 23 first downs for Maryville, 13 for North Carolina Wesleyan. Maryville had 6 passing, 14 rushing, 3 by penalty. Wesleyan, of their 13, 2 by penalty, 3 by rushing, 8 by passing. Maryville was 4 of 9 for on their third down conversions, 1 of 2 on their fourth down conversions. Wesleyan on their third down conversions, just 4 of 15. And Maryville was 1 of 2. Total plays, Maryville ran 66 total plays for 339 total yards. Wesleyan 62 total plays for 203 yards. Wesleyan was averaging 392 yards per game, and they got just over 200. Great job by the Maryville defense. That Maryville defense is certainly coming together. So, again, just a great job by the Maryville defense. All the way around. Kids having a great time out there as I watch them, and they deserve it. Maryville had 2 interceptions, and they were penalized 6 times for 55 yards. The North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops had 2 interceptions. They were penalized 5 times for 47 yards. Maryville fumbled 5 times, lost 1 only. Wesleyan fumbled twice and lost one. Maryville had the ball 32 minutes and 50 seconds, and the Battling Bishops 25 minutes and 45 seconds. Nelson Smith for Maryville, 11 of 8, 150 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Thomas, 1 of 5 for Maryville, 10 yards, 1 interception. Daniel Toten for the Battling Bishops, 17 completions on 30 passes, 150 yards. He had 2 interceptions. Gardner came in late, only completed 1 of 7 passes for 5 yards. Rushing, it's all Elijah Chenier, 22 carries, 142 yards. 6.5 yards per carry. His longest carry today, 20 yards, 1 touchdown. He surpasses the great Rommel Hightower for the single season rushing leader. He now has 3,256 yards, 3,256 yards. And Hightower coming off his career with 3,243. And Maryville's Chenier has 1 more game left, so he'll expand that yardage in the season even more. Elijah Rochelle, 9 carries, 46 yards. Pierce, 6 carries, 43 yards. Nelson Smith, 6 carries, 12 yards. Receiving, Siegel, 3 receptions, 102 yards, 1 touchdown. Clayton Ogle, 3 receptions, 27 yards, no touchdowns. Watkins had a reception, as did Juwan Hill. Ben Dorfman, the tight end for North Carolina Wesleyan, 7 receptions, 64 yards. Pretty good day for him. Trey Lancaster, hard to remember him catching a ball, but he somehow catches 6 receptions, 58 yards. Quentin Cullors, 2 receptions, 20 yards. Jeff Black, the tailback, 2 receptions, 8 yards. Lancaster fumbled once and lost it. Gardner fumbled once, recovered his own fumble. Maryville wins today here at home. 31-14. They go to 7-2. They will play in the NCAA Division III tournament next week. And that game will be carried by whomever does the home team. So we'll see what happens next week. Maryville, the USA South Conference champions for the first time in their history. They go to 7-2, win 31-14. We're going to wrap it up, everybody. Thank you for listening. So long. This is George DeBobby saying Godspeed.